Let's compare Paris to Accra as a place to take a vacation because who doesn't like an apples to oranges comparison? As far as weather, in Accra, I was sipping coconut juice on the beach. Here, I've been freezing my ears off. Let's compare the food between Accra and Paris. Now, Paris doesn't have street food, so we can't really do that kind of comparison, and they don't have chop bars. But if we're going to compare sort of inexpensive cafes, Paris is a little bit better than Accra. Now, where it gets really interesting is on the mid to high level. I think on mid-tier pricing, Paris and Accra are fairly comparable, and I'll give the edge to Paris. But when we go to the high end, I actually prefer high end in Accra versus Paris. And I know we have all the Michelin restaurants here in Paris, but I don't think they're that good. I actually think that the food in Accra is better, but that might be my own personal preference because I prefer nice spicy food, so your mileage may vary. As far as shopping, you can get all the major brands in Paris, but I can also get all the major brands in New York and DC, so there's nothing really special about shopping in Paris in my opinion. However, you can get stuff in Accra that you can't really get anywhere else in the world, and I think that's pretty cool. You'll be doing different activities here versus Accra. So in Accra, it's warm, you're on the beach, you're doing jet skis, you're going sailing, you're going out all day. In Paris, you're kind of going to museums, you're going to see historical sites and get a bunch of Instagram pictures. As far as nightlife in Paris, it's traditional going out to clubs. If you've been to New York or you've been to Vienna, you basically understand what Paris is like. Whereas in Africa, it's a little bit more social, it's a little bit more about having a good time, which I've talked about in other videos. And nothing wrong with going out and getting drunk in a club, but Africa hits a little bit differently, and I think it's something you should check out. As far as the quality at the airports, I'm sorry to say this, but Paris has us licked in Africa. This is pretty nice. Hopefully we can catch up to Europe pretty soon with our airport qualities in Africa. As far as transportation, I'm fine getting around with Uber, my personal driver in Africa, but boy, the subway